Gas man, take a look. Yeah, you see this, that liquid you see on the ground is fuel from there. All of a sudden, big fire. Cap scatter. Extinguishers there quickly. Mitch Gill.
That's huge, absolutely huge fire on pit lane. Just
Et attention, le feu qui se déclare dans les stands.
oh dear, Ted, that's fire in the pit lane.
Steps away immediately. He had the sense to hold up fuels.
Fires can happen fast and without warning. Even the highest level of racing has mishaps that need to be controlled as fast as possible. Notice the attention to crew members first. In the event of an issue, have your priorities in mind. The right equipment and procedures will keep everyone out of danger. Welcome to Lucky Dog Racing League. This presentation covers all the regulations concerning fueling safety and procedures. The league's paramount concern is your safety. Here are some rules and suggestions you need to know when performing any pit/fueling stop. One member from behind the pit wall should signal the driver to the correct fueling area. As your team member arrives, no one should be over the wall until the driver comes to a complete stop. All fueling pit stops are a mandatory 5 minutes, and you must pit stop every 2 hours, regardless of whether you need to take on fuel. Anytime you enter pit lane, you must stop at pit in and receive a timer. Maximum speed in pit lane is 25 miles an hour, below 2,000 RPMs or second gear. No staging tools, helmets, or fuel containers on the pit wall. If there is a fire, team members need to get away from it quickly. Keep escape routes clear at all times. The first thing once the car is stopped is to shut off all electrical connections through the kill switch on board. Get the driver out of the car, help if they need assistance, double check kill switch. No driver is allowed in the car during fueling, period. We recommend you have a team captain who directs the pit stop and controls the fuel stop with commands like driver out, visors down, cap off. Once the team captain, fuel person, has made visual confirmation everyone is in compliance, all visors down, and all safety gear is on, only then should the fuel cap be removed. Up to 5 members may be over the wall during the pit stop, including the driver. All members should be in full fireproof gear with gloves and helmets on, visors in position. Only one fuel container is allowed over the wall at any given time. Working on the car is never permitted while the car is being fueled. No work of any kind, including tire pressure and temps, cleaning windows, cool suit maintenance, any onboard camera adjustment will not be done to the car while the gas cap is off. Safety when fueling is everyone's focus. You don't want to be so close that the fire or fuel can involve you as well. At least one fueling crew member must be solely focused on managing a 10-pound or larger ABC-rated fire extinguisher, in a position directing it towards the fueling point and standing between 10 to 12 feet from the vehicle, dedicating full attention to the fuel port on the car. The fire extinguisher operator is not allowed to handle any fuel containers. They are not allowed to reach down and move the catch pan. They are not allowed to turn and talk to any member of their team, spectators, or media. Here's an example of the proper distance and stance. Also notice, they are standing next to the wall rather than out in traffic. If your fueling port is on the side of the car exposed to vehicles as they drive past, we suggest the fire extinguisher operator stand near the front of the vehicle, pointing towards the rear, so they can see the fuel port and race cars as they approach. If you are standing with your back to the traffic and must take your eyes off the fuel port to see a car or safety truck coming into pit lane, the team gets a penalty. We strongly suggest you never turn your back on approaching traffic. Even the most experienced and well-funded teams can have fueling fires. The only thing the fire extinguisher operator is allowed to do while the cap is off is watch and point the fire extinguisher at the fuel port. This way, they can react to the fire like this. In the case of a fire, people are top priority. We recommend that teams have dedicated fueling gear, especially gloves. Fuel spilled on your fire suit, shoes, gloves are a safety issue once you are back in your race car. Dedicate your old gear to fueling only. Drip pans are mandatory to catch any overflow or spills. Must be adequately sized, sturdy, fuel-compatible catch pan that can accommodate at least 1 gallon, with the sides at least 2.5 inches. Cardboard, aluminum baking trays, carpet, any unsafe devices are not acceptable solutions. All fueling during a race must be done on the hot pit lane from authentic, non-leaking 5-gallon racing fuel containers with a hose that enters a fitted receiver port on the vehicle. The more fuel exposed to air, the more fumes. Fumes are the most flammable element of gasoline. In the paddock, fueling follows the same concerns as it does on pit lane. If you must fuel your car in the paddock, please wear proper safety gear, follow old guidelines, fire extinguishers ready. We also request you inform a pit marshal if you plan to fuel on the cold side of the pit wall. The marshals are there for your safety and are the only ones who have access to the radio and will call in safety assistance in the event of a fire. Fuel and racing fluid spills are your responsibility to clean up. Please keep a healthy supply of kitty litter or all-purpose absorbent on hand, as well as a broom and dustpan. Many tracks will impose a team fine for spills not attended to properly. Once you're done fueling and there isn't any more spillage, pick up your catch pan. Any exhaust spark when you're starting your car can light your catch pan on fire. If a red flag is presented, all work on all cars, regardless of hot pit or cold pit location, must cease. The only attention that may be given to the car is to provide the driver with water. No alcohol open during racing hours. No smoking at the cold side of pit lane. Smoking is only allowed at a safe distance from the paddock area where no fuel is stored. Any repairs over 30 minutes must be completed in the paddock area. And finally, no open flames, stoves, or barbecues in the cold side of pit lane. Checklist. Review the rules and safety notices with all team members. 10-pound or better, ABC rated fire extinguishers. Spill kit, catch pan, kitty litter. Everyone, stay behind the wall. Wait for the car to stop completely. Keep the wall clear. Never turn your back on the track or pit lane. Kill switch is shut off, driver out. Proper safety gear on all team members. No mech suits, gloves, helmets, shoes, visors in place. Fire extinguisher operator, on point. Proper distance from fuel opening, totally focused. Visors down. Fuel points, fuel containers in good order. Never work on the car while fueling. Red flag, stop all work, stop fueling, pit and paddock. Pit speed max, 25 miles an hour. No repair work over 30 minutes in pit lane. Tidy up any spills, keep pit lane clean. Stay alert and watch out for your fellow team members. Have more questions? Read the rules posted on racelucky.com/rules or email info@racelucky.com.